Hello Aries, and welcome to your extended reading. We are going to be looking, not your extended reading, oh my gosh, we're looking at your love reading for August in 2019. I hope that you have been doing well and you've been enjoying this Leo season as a fellow fire sign. It's a time for playing and summertime and enjoyment, all of those good things. So, let's go ahead and pull some cards for you and take a look at what's going on with your love life. Now, the thing is I've gotten quite a few readings here where the focus wasn't really on people's love life. It was more so on like personal development and things that would lead them into a better love life in the future. So keep in mind that that could happen for you, Aries. We'll just kind of see what the cards we get, where they fall, and then we'll go from there. Okay. So the first one that we had fall out was the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. And I am noticing that all of your cards are in the reverse. Okay. For me, when I get all cards in the reverse or majority of the cards in the reverse, this is telling me that there is resistance or anxiety to a certain situation. And I'm feeling like someone has maybe wronged you in a past relationship, or like you're stuck in a cycle of old relationships, or like you're dating someone or you're dating multiple different people and you find that the same results happen at the end of each relationship. We've got the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, and this is a karmic cycle repeating itself over and over again, as well as Justice also in the reverse. So it feels like things aren't going in your favor. Things aren't happening for you. The Knight of Pentacles talks about, in the upright, it's a card that represents slow and steady winning the race, and, you know, sometimes being a little too slow and too painful for people. Whereas the Knight of Swords talks about like full-on offense and like sometimes going in with a little bit of strategy and quick wit, but it's mostly just like going in swinging without really paying attention to like why they're going in swinging. They just know like the strategy of what they need to do in order to be effective at whatever it is their goal is. And so both of these are in the reverse. So I feel like these could have been two past relationships, maybe that both went awry or were wrong, especially with what we're seeing here with the Justice and the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So if that's the case, the Pentacles represents the Earth sign. So that is a Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn. And then the Knight is an air sign. So that represents an Aquarius, a Gemini, and a Libra. So it could have been two situations with these two different people of either of those types of air signs, types of signs. And essentially, like, both of these relationships brought you into the reality of like dating. And I feel like it's made you kind of cynical and like not really interested in trying to pursue relationships, just because it's like this learned helplessness that's been developed of like, what's the point anyway? It's all going to end the same way that it has in the past. And so what I would challenge you to do then, Aries, next is to say, is this a pattern that is happening to only you? Or is it happening to multiple people? And if it's happening only to you, what are things that you can address and look into further in your life that can help you alleviate yourself from this pattern? Because I feel like there definitely is some kind of a karmic cycle going on for you. There is some kind of a lesson and personal development that you need to go through. And I feel like for you, that's working on your trust issues, okay? The Seven of Swords in the reverse tells me that it's almost as if there was some kind of fear over these two people being dishonest, distrustworthy, or deceitful, and neither of them turned out to be the case. You also have the High Priestess in the reverse, which is telling me that you are running off of fear-based thought processes rather than your intuition. And something that could be really beneficial to you, Aries, is to helping yourself define, like, what is the difference between an anxiety or a worry versus intuition or a gut feeling, you know? And I explained this to a different star sign before, but for me, I feel like I get feelings of intuition or gut feeling either in my third eye or in my gut, like in my solar plexus chakra. So it literally feels like, you know, the sensation of that, whatever that feeling is, that those two places in my body kind of feel like they get heavy, right? Whereas if I'm getting a feeling of worry or anxiety, that feeling is mostly in my chest. And so it feels like it's difficult for me to breathe. That area feels like tight or harder. And so I would encourage you to look into those sensations and listen to what your body is trying to tell you the next time that this thought process comes up again. Because I feel like for you, love is going to be difficult until you can release yourself from this particular cycle and understand that these two relationships with these two characters, albeit yes, they were, you know, adolescent in age. The knights usually represent like teenager kind of maturity level. It could also mean like more than just you having to learn about this pattern and like moving past it. It could also mean that maybe you need to be considering like spending more time with love interests that are more mature than these two people in this stage of life, okay? So I hope that makes sense. I'm gonna go ahead and move these to the side. And then I'm gonna pull some Work Your Light Oracle cards. So I'm gonna shuffle these. And so to repeat, if you guys are interested in an extended reading, please let me know in the comments below, as well as what you thought of this reading, what you interpreted from the cards, what resonated for you. And please also make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. Liking this video really helps me out a lot, so I would appreciate that. But yeah, so let's go ahead and pull Okay, so you have Star Seed, what lights you up, and then you also have the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. So what I really love about this card is it's asking you, like, what brings you joy? What brings you passion in a relationship? And focus on that, you know, focus on the fun that comes in being in a relationship with another person. Rather than like what brings you down or what makes you feel worried, because I really do feel like there's an attachment and trust issues going on here for you, Aries. And then also we have the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. So there could actually be some kind of past life issues that maybe is leading to these trust issues. It could also be related to something that's happened in your childhood. But more than anything, you know, love is meant for you, Aries, and you know exactly how to do it. It's just about unlocking your ability to be able to do so. So that's going to do it for today's reading, Aries. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are interested in an extended reading, please make sure to comment down below letting me know, and I'll go ahead and create one if there's enough people interested and put it into my store. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining me today. If you're interested in a private reading, you can also get the link for that in the description box down below. Be sure to check out my pick a card readings as well, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.